Welcome back once again, everybody. This is the Reverend with
The theme here.
And Graymouse 1.
Again, your three middle-aged dudes bullshitting about nothing. This is our fourth video of the night. We're running the gamut from video games, aged gracefully and not so gracefully, to politics and terrorists and the FBI, and now
No, back to video games.
now on to popular culture and movie media. If you haven't been living under a rock for the last few weeks, you will know that Deadpool has been the #1 movie, and it's actually the highest grossing rated R movie opening, and also I think of all time now. So yeah, it's
Interesting.
as far as it goes. The R rating has always been there basically to go ahead, and it's there for a reason, all right? But for many studios, it's always been something that they wanted to avoid, because you automatically put restrictions on the type of audience that could be in the theater, all right? And the thing is that the lovely thing about going to the movies, especially if you have kids, if you got a movie that the kid can actually follow along, that you don't have to worry about explaining to them about 10 minutes in, oh, you see what's happened to that dude up there? That's called pegging, okay? If you don't have to sit there and explain that, then it's something that parents can go ahead and take the kids along. Everybody has a fun time. Spend exorbitant amounts on popcorn and sodas and ices and boxed candies that you can get for a quarter of the price of the local supermarket, but it's part of the experience, all right? With its success, which is even continuing on to this weekend, I'll cover this weekend, all right? Now that Hollywood has seen that R-rated superhero movies are actually a viable piece of the marketplace, they've decided that, hey, look, all of a sudden, a lot of our movies are going to be R-rated, or at least versions of it that are going to be available at some point or another, if not in the theaters, on Blu-ray.
Well,
yeah.
With that, right, I just want to cover real quick that the R rating, which means restricted, everybody knows that. But there's different levels of R. Now, the movie that the Reverend and I seen, Deadpool, that is a hard R. I mean, you see full body nudity, you see guts being blood and violence. Now, you got other, R-rated movies that may say fuck here or yippee-ki-yay motherfucker or something like that, and it still gets an R rating.
Well,
so there's a broad spectrum of R movies.
And wait a minute. Ant-Man had a certain curse words in it, but it wasn't rated R. It's just a certain level of it that it has to have in order to get that restricted rating.
I mean, it's one of those things where the R rating, the thing about it is that it's just the movie ratings right now are kind of what the ESRB wants with game ratings, all right?
The games, I told you. I knew we were going to turn around.
Well, just as an example to draw parallels, okay?
I know.
Basically, movies, part of the reason why they put the rating system together is just like video games with the ESRB. They didn't want government to step in and say, hey, look, if you guys can't handle your product, we're going to go ahead and handle it for you, okay? That's the reason why the ESRB was created, all right? Pretty much policing, at least saying that, hey, we are conscious of the content that we're putting out, and we are going to go ahead and provide things so people can go ahead and it can be marketed appropriately, and consumers can go ahead and educate themselves and make decisions, educated decisions, hopefully.
Well, you could blame Mortal Kombat for that one.
Well, no. You can blame a lot of things, but the rating systems for entertainment in general is all over the place. It's part of the system now. It shows up on TV, on broadcast TV. So I mean, it's part of entertainment media. All right. The one thing that interested me with Deadpool from the very beginning was not that it was going to be rated R, and I was going to see people's PPs and wangs on screen and hear the F-bombs being dropped all over the place. It was the fact that I was pretty sure that if Deadpool was successful, that it would allow other less known comic book characters who may not fit in with that, general Avengers friendly style to actually show up on screen as the characters that they should be. All right.
Well, I mean, you and I experienced this. I think a lot of people thought it was a soft R, but for those that actually read the Deadpool comic books and whatnot, Deadpool is pretty foul. It's just the way his character is. And with like we said before, the Reverend and I were sitting in the theater, and there's a grandpa and a 10-year-old in the movie right in front of us. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if the grandpa knew what Deadpool was, if he had any background, that kid wouldn't be sitting there. I mean, that was a hard R. It really was.
But, just go ahead, Steve.
Okay, look, as far as the rated R system and how Deadpool has been successful and that actually worked, what I don't want other superhero movies to be doing is to try to use that as a crutch for zero substance that the superhero movie may have. I don't want them to automatically just bring a whole bunch of pool of blood and violence and cursing just to make up for that certain superhero or to make up for that certain story. You got to have substance and story to actually attract me to it. Deadpool had to be rated R. It just had to because it was the nature of Deadpool. But I don't want other superhero movies that are to use it as a crutch.
I mean, there's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason for the Avengers to be rated R.
No,
it's really not. Or
unless there's a scene where Thanos has those gems and he blows up the planet and people just get
or he uses that glove to fist the Hulk, right up his asshole.
Yeah. Right? There's no need for that.
Yeah. Other than that, no, there's no. But you can the Killing Joke.
That better be R.
Yeah, that's
the point. That has to be R. There will be
just the nature of the story.
Yeah, there will be no excuses because if it's a PG, motherfuckers be like, nope, not gonna see it. Because there's gonna be way too many things missing, and therefore it will affect the substance of the story.
I mean, it will be totally against the Joker's character and totally against that
in that story, yes.
Absolutely.
So in that's what I don't want other movies or other superhero stories to try to use the rated R as a crutch.
Just because they saw it
absolutely needs it.
Yeah.
But other things will not absolutely need it, and they'll just like, all right, we'll just throw about 20 F-bombs and 20 cunts in there and fuck shit, dick, pussy, and all that so we can create more and more. No, we don't need that.
Just like what is it? The Civil War that's coming out. That doesn't need to be an R either.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it really doesn't. It's Captain America of all things. I mean,
well, Captain America shouldn't be dropping F, 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 F.
No.
Well, the problem that we're looking at, and it's actually made itself rather obvious over the last few days, is that let's just face it. All right, pop culture as a whole is a lot of copycat. There's a lot of copycat type of products that are put out there. And the problem with, the movie theaters, movie studios right now, same problem with video games is that you have bean counters, executives who are only concerned about the bottom line and their profits that are involved in controlling the creative process of what the movies are ending up. All right. Because of that, if they see something that's really, really hot and they think that they can go ahead and market, all of a sudden everything becomes like that. Case in point. All right. After the Nolan trilogy, Superman turned dark. Why?
Which was really unnecessary.
Not necessary. Okay. Case in point. After Bruce Lee died, how many Bruce Lee impersonators showed up not only in Hong Kong but also on the States?
Yes.
All right.
With that.
Another case in point. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon got really, really big. How many Hong Kong wuxia movies ended up coming to the States?
Isn't there going to be a part 2 of that?
Yeah, that's on Netflix. That hit yesterday. All right.
Really?
I'll look at that later. For all intents and purposes, it's not rated very well. But you know,
the case in point is, I mean, just like the Jackie Chan's.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the Bruce Lee's, the Jackie Chan's. You know, it's all copycat. Oh, it worked this case, so it's got to work this other case. So, you know.
And well, you can, but if everyone's going to gravitate on what they're familiar with and what it's going to, okay, if it works, it works. If it's a copycat and if it doesn't succeed, then that means it was missing a lot to be copied in the fucking first place. It's like, okay, you copied it, but you didn't copy it correctly. You fucked up along the way.
You know, what's funny is that you brought up, you know, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. What's funny is that in the early 80s, when Jackie Chan first released his, I think it was Big River Brawl or something like that. That was
But Jackie stunt doubled for Bruce and had his own movies.
Well, yeah, he did for a long time, but he wasn't very big in the States.
No, he wasn't very big in his own right.
For a very long time, even though he was successful everywhere else. What happened with Jackie back in the early 80s, like I said, he was in his first movie that actually is on the United States shores was called Big River Brawl, I believe. Somebody will leave a comment telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I can't recall the title off the top of my head. But when they shot that movie, what they were asking for Jackie to do was try to do the serious, intense, Bruce Lee-like performance, when that wasn't him.
Yeah, okay? Exactly.
When people actually got it, you know, back in 1994, when Rumble in the Bronx came out, and realized, oh, this is what Jackie Chan is about.
Right.
States got it. Guess what? Jackie's already been doing that stuff for almost 20 years.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? You know, that particular style, Bruce Lee's style, is not Jackie Chan's style, and for the movies, it doesn't work. Now, for Deadpool's style, is not going to work. The R-rated style and trying to make everything, you know, fit that particular mold isn't going to work for each and every superhero movie that's out there.
So,
unfortunately,
let me ask you a question. Do you think it was coincidence that the movie is going to be R-rated, or do you think they're just following suit? Well, we saw Deadpool get an R-rated, so we need to make this movie R-rated.
I think because of what I touched on earlier, they're trying to make up for substance.
Well, I mean, it's stupid to have a PG-13 movie in the movie theater and then turn around and make it R.
Okay.
And on the Blu-ray and DVD.
Well, hold on a second. Let's catch people up, because I haven't actually given everybody that.
Yeah, touch up on that.
Who happens to be watching this video? Okay, one of the reasons why we're concerned about this already 15 minutes in is the fact it's been announced a few days ago that Batman vs. Superman is going to have an R-rated cut available when it releases out on Blu-ray. The movie is already 2.5 hours long. It's already done being made. I don't know what else they can add on. I don't know what else they can change, really, to go ahead and support actually having an R rating. Okay.
Superman dropping F-bombs, or even Batman, all of that would just be so out of place.
Well, he didn't manage to, you know. But I mean, there's the funny thing about it is that, you know, it sounds like studios are trying to go ahead and say, oh, hey, since this is really hot, we can go ahead and piggyback off of it, do something similar, and maybe people hopefully will fall for it, and they'll go ahead and be more than willing to shell out their cash. It doesn't. Certain stories and certain characters don't call for that. I mean, the one movie that's coming up that should have been rated R, but isn't, fucking Suicide Squad.
Well, you know,
that's not rated R.
With this announcement,
PG-13.
With this announcement,
well, that's Will Smith for you.
Well, no, that even.
I know.
You got a valid point.
All right.
Well, what really burns me up is this: is that what version is the DVD going to have versus the movie theater? No. I mean, what extras is going to call it?
Yeah, I see your point. It's like, what the hell are they going to throw in there to get an R rating at home? But they can throw it in the freaking theatrical version.
So why in the hell am I going to spend my $14 to $20 or $25 after everything's said and done?
Yeah.
You know, the food and all that.
So you're letting us know that you're already going to have things missing.
Yeah, and you know, I wasn't even wanting to see it in the first place. You know, I was going to see it just because, but now I'm like, I can just wait to see it on DVD.
I agree with that.
There's no point now.
Yeah. You're letting us know out the gate that it's going to have shit missing. Fuck you.
Exactly. Fuck you. You're not getting my $25. I'm sorry.
You know, the stupid thing about it is that you know, it's not only DC movies that are being influenced. Mm-hmm. Wolverine, the last Wolverine movie is they're saying is rumored to be an Old Man Logan story. That's probably going to be R-rated. But then again, if you've read the Old Man Logan series, it's not the best story, to be completely honest. But if you're going to sit there and set it up on a movie to be R-rated, all right, that just seems apt. Well, all right.
What gets me is that it should have been I'm talking about pre-production. I'm talking about storyboard level, where the writers are sitting there writing the script. That's when it should be decided what rating it should be, not after post-production. That's fucking bullshit.
I agree.
That is fucking 100% bullshit. And whoever does not agree with that, no. That should have been scheduled. You know, R should have been scheduled way back in pre-production. I'm sorry, not at the end.
Yeah. That's not after it's been made and it's about to be put out. Next thing you know, you're saying, "Oh, by the way,
it's R-rated."
See the scenes that we're gonna make it rated R when it hits home. What?
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
I'm gonna wait for the better version.
Like I said, it just screams of like.
I'm gonna wait for the better version.
Now, aside from the better version, the thing that worries me is that
the more complete version,
or more complete. The thing that really concerns me is, you know, that Hollywood is going to try to shove round pegs into square holes when it comes to stories and when it comes to characters, all right?
If they're going to do that for a movie like this, what is going to stop them from doing it for more movies? As far as to say, oh, okay, yeah, we had a watered-down version in the movie theater. What? No! I got to wait months to get the real version or the director's cut that's going to change the overall rating. This is not just about deleted scenes. This is about just purposely eliminating.
You're right.
Or certain keys of the movie and just trying to put it at home in order to try to make it quote unquote better or anything like that.
How much of the storyline are they going to leave out?
Yeah. How much footage are you actually cutting out at this point to change the rating?
Now, I'm not completely oblivious to that. You know, the fact that when a large company produces a movie, they have tons of extra shit.
I agree with that, but my point is to change the rating.
Yeah, that's completely
sense. No, the substance changes with your deleted scenes.
No. What happens when you change things for a rating is that you're changing content and context. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, okay, imagine this. Okay, Teen Titans movie, PG-13. All right, would be fine. Okay, but if they go ahead and they follow the same mindset, all right, we're gonna be watching, you know, freaking Cyborg and Beast Boy tag team fucking Raven, all right, in the Teen Titans pool, okay, to go ahead and hit an R rating.
Okay? 17 perhaps.
No, they could imply all that other stuff, you know.
R, but
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, well, look, we can understand that they might be in relations with each other. But that really kind of changes the dynamic of the whole fucking story. And guess what? Their particular story, the ones that they have that can actually be put on screen, don't need to be changed that way.
So let me ask you a question.
If it was a Teen Titan movie that was going to change ratings like that for the home version, that means that motherfuckers have to be blown up, cut in half, and fucking up in that motherfucker, the deleted scenes.
Let me ask you a question. So when this movie was first announced or whatever, they said that they had a PG-13 rating.
Which?
No, this is just recently because of the success of Deadpool.
The question, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. Did they actually say what rating Batman versus
Superman is PG-13? It's been that rating for almost 2 years.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So they had that established at the beginning.
Yes.
Just because they saw the success of Deadpool, let's piggyback on the Deadpool and say, no, this is now a rated R.
Yeah.
This
for
far
the home version.
Yep.
For the
they're not going to change they're not going to change the rating for the
for the movie. The movie's going to be PG-13.
Yeah.
But the Blu-ray is going to be rated R.
Exactly. So
that's unacceptable.
Yeah. So but again, full circle. What type of stuff are they going to just be cutting out? What is going to be missing to actually boost the rating up a bit?
So we're getting a Care Bear Rainbow Bright bullshit in the fucking theater.
No.
The real movie.
Care Bears could be rated R if the Care Bear stare was breaking motherfuckers in half.
No. This is what it's like. All right. And I
would pay money to see that.
I hate to bring the parallels and comparison back, but this is what it's like. Okay. You have your full release at the theater. The Blu-ray is your DLC.
Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier, but that's exactly what it is.
That's what it feels like.
That's exactly what it is.
But I mean, you're gonna have to pay $20 nonetheless. You have to pay $20 for the DVD, or you have to pay.
Hell, you pay double that to see that shit in the theater.
Yep.
It's gonna fail.
Popcorn and the ices, yeah.
See, what they should have done. I understand they're trying to be truthful, but in all honesty, if they were going to do this, they should have kept their mouth shut.
No, wait a minute. Even if they would have ignored it and not even dispersed this information up to us, it would have been called out later.
Oh my God!
Why is it rated R here and it was PG-13 in the theater? What the fuck is this?
Well,
it would have caught on to that, and people would have made headlines. People still would have been pissed off, and it just would have came to light. No matter.
At the business standpoint, it would have made more sense to keep their mouth shut because they could have gotten people's money at the theater and get people's money on the DVD release. But,
hey, that totally kills off your momentum.
It does.
Motherfuckers will be like, okay, I'm never going to see that shit. I know there's going to be a sequel.
What's going to happen with the Superman or the Superwoman, Wonder Woman's movie, Aquaman's movie, or whatever they decide to do?
They're actually doing that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure if the Dawn of Justice will be successful, that's going to open up the door for the other movies. But I don't see nothing good coming out of this by changing the rating on the home version. It's going to discourage.
I can understand if they said director's cut, and then okay, that's fine.
I don't know. Even then, no, unacceptable.
That's eliminating way too much on the theatrical version.
Exactly. There is no director. No, I don't accept that either. You fucking bring out rated R movie in the motherfucking theater. There's no experience than sitting in the movie theater and watching a fucking good ass movie versus sitting in your house watching. It's just the atmosphere of sitting around people and just being there and watching it on the silver screen.
My general point though is that not all movies need to be rated R.
Agreed.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. and that was what I was touching on that earlier, because you're gonna just have a rated R to just throw in some garbage to just try to eliminate the substance of your movie. Yeah. It's like or replace the substance of your movie just because you have all this garbage in it, all this raunchiness in it, all this cursing in it does not make up for the substance of the story. All movies don't need to be rated R to have a good freaking story.
Let's look at it on the other side too, though, man. It's like, for instance, Deadpool. So when Deadpool went rated R, they knew, just like the Reverend was saying earlier, the studio knew that they were going to lose some money because not everybody could get in there.
But the thing about it is,
they were predicting that they were going to lose a lot of money from not being able to get everybody in there. The problem that they didn't the thing that they didn't expect is the fact that that particular character is probably an all-time high of popularity, that people wanted to go ahead and see it. Okay?
Yeah.
Especially after the ingenious test footage that they decided to leak out. You know.
Yeah. Well, and then, you know, so I can understand it from that standpoint, from the studio standpoint, that they're scared to go R in the theater because they're worried that they're not going to be able to catch the younger generation or whatever. But to me, that's bullshit because, you know, you and I, Reverend, we know, we sat in that theater and we've seen a bunch of kids in Deadpool movie. I mean, we're talking about from 8 years old up to the 16, 17-year-olds. You know, they're going to get in there no matter what. So just
it's funny because the first actual understood word in the Age of Ultron was shit.
Yeah.
By Iron Man.
Yep. Well, language. The first word in Deadpool was fuck.
The thing about I'm not gonna make commentary on the kids that happen to be there in Deadpool because guess what?
They had adults there, didn't they?
Yeah, they.
Well, that's the point that I'm making. They're wasting their time by putting it as a 13. They just might as well release it as an R and just hope that, you know,
but not all movies need to be R, all right?
Right. And not all movies need to be R.
I think that's just fucking retarded to go ahead and just slap R's all over superhero movies because Deadpool did well, all right?
That's ridiculous.
I'm against that as well.
That's just retarded, okay?
Yeah, don't use a rating like that as a fucking crutch. Tell a damn good story.
And I'm saying this knowing that the average person that goes to one of these superhero movies isn't a little fucking kid asking their parents to go ahead and go there. In fact, majority of them are probably, you know, anywhere from 18 to 34. All right.
Very
true. Kids themselves, and if they show up there, you know, the kids are there with their parents because guess what? Their parents might have been the one who to actually go ahead and see that. Absolutely. So it's not really a problem with the R rating itself. It's not my issue. Isn't the problem with the R rating itself. Like I said, it's bean counters looking for more money, thinking that slapping an R rating, just like slapping on fucking what is it? Parental advisory lyrics on a fucking CD box.
Is going to stop people from
No, not going to.
It's going to make the CD more.
It's going to make them look for that fucking movie even more. All right.
Well, the thing is, though, you know, I mean, we've seen several superhero movies that's PG-13 rated, and they told the story correctly. Everything was the way it was supposed to be, and you could still tell a good story at PG-13.
Hey, there are movies in every single genre.
You can tell a good story in G.
And then there are some that are great. It just depends on the story, the substance of the movie.
Well, look at Ghostbusters. That's a PG movie. That's it.
I'm not seeing the new one, by the way.
Huh?
I'm not seeing the new Ghostbusters, by the way. No. Not going to happen.
That's a story. Yeah.
Nope.
That's
not going to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, you can rag on me on the comments all you want. Nope. Not going to do it.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just, like I said, you know, Deadpool it's a good movie, all right? It's a really entertaining movie. It's a juggernaut. In fact, its only competition, or what was supposed to be its competition this weekend, was the release of Gods of Egypt. From all
didn't that just get shattered?
It's flopping bad.
Yeah.
All right.
What movie?
Gods of Egypt. I heard that's not good at all.
Yeah,
or it's not doing well at all.
It's not doing well at all, and it's not being critically received well at all. Okay, and I don't think it's gem bad, but it's doing pretty bad. All right.
Don't even get me started with that one. Oh my God.
Well, look, like I said, we can sit there. We can go ahead and spend the rest of the 9 minutes, you know, pointing out shining turds of different ratings all night for all the rest of the video, but we're not going to do that. Like I said, you know, the R-rated thing in the examples of The Killing Joke or possibly a Lobo movie. If Suicide Squad does well, there's going to be a sequel, all right? And Suicide Squad should have been fucking rated R in the first.
At the get-go, I agree with that because
not rating bad guys.
Yeah, not rating it R eliminates a lot of substance that needs to be there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they could do, all right? And it's not just for this visceral, old school type Fangoria type geeky. Oh, give me as much gore and torture porn as you can fucking give me, type orgasm. No, that's not what we're looking for. These are the type of characters that fall into that type of story.
It's funny because if the movie Mortal Kombat would have been rated R, then they would have been free to put more substance into it. It could have made it a better movie.
It could have made it a better movie. But
Resident Evil, same way.
Yeah, but as far as that sort of media stigma that video games has with especially at the time that Mortal Kombat was going through the whole hearings and everything else, that wasn't anything that they were going to do.
But you see, this is the thing about the rated R issue too. It's just that if you're going to make a movie or anything like that, stay true to the freaking story. Don't go out of your way to just put garbage in it and make it a rating. Just to throw it out there. No, just make a good movie. Just make a good story and have it with good substance that it doesn't have to rely on a rated R for a crutch.
Yeah.
Well, all movies don't need to be rated R.
Especially movies that have already background that's already been in other media, such as comic books.
If Lord of the Rings would have been rated R, I would have been like, no.
It wouldn't make any sense.
I would have been like, what for?
It wouldn't have made any sense. No,
that adventure. No. It wouldn't have made any sense to me.
Godzilla rated R.
Godzilla rated R. Come on, man.
Not needed.
No. And what kills me is that a lot of these big movie producers and Michael Bay, for instance, they have the stuff. They have the information right in fucking front of them. All they have to do is watch season 1, season 2, season 3.
Hey, now wait a minute. Google can even source of information.
Exactly. You can even Google and find out.
And when you fail to do that,
I mean,
you can actually go your own way, but stay true to the original.
Ninja Turtles coming from as aliens. And April O'Neil.
Would you have went to see that?
Hell no. And no. And April O'Neil naming the turtles. Come on, man. No. Just watch the cartoon. Read the comic book.
Watch the cartoon.
How fucking simple can it be? Stay true to the context, just like they did with Deadpool. That guy, I'm telling you, that
come on, even Jim,
yes,
was one of the easiest thing to do, and
that director, that director, he did his homework for Deadpool. It is just plain and simple because that was Deadpool through and through. It was like
women singing a concert, a supercomputer.
Oh, you're still talking about that shit. No,
that was truly outrageous, man.
I look. I know better of the story than what that movie did.
Yeah.
And I never watched one full fucking episode of the cartoon. And that's what made people upset about it. It's like, wait, you didn't follow one lick. I didn't even watch this and I know what it's all about. And you didn't follow hardly a lick of it. No.
Now, what would have been worse is that if they rated Jam R just to go ahead and trick motherfuckers to come into the theater.
Well, the thing
that's the type of trend that we're dealing with right now. Okay, that's what I'm pointing out. Okay.
Now, one thing too, there's nothing wrong with a director taking a well-known series and putting their spin on it, as long as the context.
What if there was a Star Wars without the Force?
No,
we just damn near had that.
Huh?
We damn near had that.
George Lucas pretty much did that when he boiled everything down to midichlorians.
Pretty much. But I mean,
I can't think of anything to say about that.
I have nothing. I have nothing against a director taking a storyline. I mean, look what Peter Jackson did with Tolkien's story. He didn't take it directly from the book. He put his own.
And look what he did to King Kong.
But it still stayed within true to itself. I recognize it. Okay, that's the Hobbits.
Well, because people read the books and people were like, oh, okay, yeah.
This makes sense. This makes sense. And he also put in filler content that the book didn't really explain. That's fine. But to say that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are aliens and, Jim, they don't have the holograms. And no.
The hint was in the title.
No. And, and the same thing can be said for the ratings. You don't just slap an R rating on something that has no business being an R.
Why don't Michael Bay just make a Care Bears movie with explosions in it?
I would fucking see that.
Oh, God.
I would watch that.
I would watch that.
The gummy berries, or the what are those guys called? The gummy bears? Without the gummy berry juice?
Yeah.
No.
Different bears, sir. All
Whatever,
right. Next thing you know, you're going to be talking about Yogi and Boo Boo.
Hey.
That's Fat Albert.
Indeed.
Jeez.
But movies don't need to be rated R in order to grasp on substance. They should just... Wow. No.
So what do you guys really think about this?
Anything for $1.
Like I said, it's just one of those things. But you know what? Hopefully this doesn't stand as a trend. Thankfully, Marvel seems to be pointed in one direction. They're steadfast in it.
I mean, okay, look at Blade. Blade was rated R.
Yeah.
And they had no choice to be.
Yep.
Wasn't that a comic book before the movie? Wasn't that a comic book before a movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Marvel.
It's a Marvel property.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely.
So Deadpool isn't the first.
Mm-mm.
But you see, Blade needed it too, or else a lot of the substance would have been gone. There would have been a lot of things that they wouldn't have been able to do, and it wouldn't have been as good.
Yep. Alrighty, we're down to like 90 seconds left. All right. With that, I think all of us are saying thumbs down to R-rated movies or R-rated superhero movies across the board. Don't shove
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Don't slap an R rating on something that don't need an R rating.
No, it's not necessary.
Alrighty. With that, this is Reverend.
The theme here.
And Graymouse 1.
Click subscribe. Click like. Click don't like. Do whatever the fuck you want. Leave comments, okay? We're going to be doing this on a regular basis because we fucking can. All right? And you guys are around. Unless you do something to stop us, I guess we'll keep on doing that. Bring us home.
No, freedom of speech, damn it.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Chimichangas and tacos. Maximum effort for everybody. All right? Go on, theme. Bring us home.
Credits.